can't emphasize enough that the program that you've built is a system for you to be successful the rest of your life. Like, I talked about this before on the podcast, but I went through so many different fad diets or programs, online. Even you look at me, I was in the Marine Corps. I was in great health in the Marine Corps because they were forcing me every single day, to run and backpack and everything else that goes along with it. So, and as soon as I got out of the military, I ballooned right back up again because I didn't have the system installed. You look at that and you say, well, why did those fail in the past and why did this work? And it all goes to the point of the knowledge you mentioned, the knowledge of how your body works. It really is, at the end of the day, very simple. But it requires you to have the knowledge of how your body works, the things you put into your body, the groupthink, the group that you're part of, the tribe that you're part of, that all has the same goals of being successful. So that camaraderie and not wanting to let your tribe down, and work together as a team to better yourself. Those are instinctively built into us with millions of years of evolution. And then on top of it, getting familiar with the types of trainings that you can do. And we've talked about this before on the podcast, but at any given time, if I'm starting to get a little bit too heavy, I can just cut it right back off. If I'm getting too lean, I know how to get right back up. And it's down to a science for me now. And I think that is what you've really put together with the system, and one that's obviously worked for me extremely well. It's a life changer. I mean, you saved my life, basically, if you look at it. I mean, I was moving, in a not good so path, and it's impacted my family too. My wife is much healthier. My kids are much healthier. It's funny because, my kids will recognize, like, ah, man, I had a soda today. I'm good. I need to eat some greens and some other stuff, or, I don't want any candy. I'm good. Or I don't want any dessert. I'm good. Or, hey, I'm going to go get some more greens on my plate. It's like, so it's impacted, not just myself, but also, my family and my kids understand what it takes to be successful in a continuous process, that this is. It's not an overnight thing or immediate gratification on TikTok or something like that. That this is a process and a system you have to instill to be successful in what you do. So, I mean, I can't emphasize enough. So, anyways, on the edge of it, I'd heavily recommend it if you just want a program that you can run for the rest of your life that will be successful, that will work, that you can use for the rest of your life. I mean, I just really want to, emphasize to folks: do it, push the trigger, do it.